video, I'm going to take you through my entire skincare routine, and I'm going to let you guys know right now that this video is probably going to be pretty long. I have a long list of products to talk about because I genuinely use and love everything that I'm going to mention today in this video. So if you guys are interested in my updated skincare routine, just keep watching. So just so that you guys know what my skin type is, I have very dry, very sensitive skin. I used to have like slight eczema on this portion of my face like 2 years ago, I believe, which I have since repaired on my own. But even though I don't have it anymore and this area is nowhere near as hypersensitive as it used to be, I still have to be very careful with the ingredients or chemicals that I put on my face. So in the morning, the only thing that I use to cleanse my face is my Milky Jelly Cleanser by Glossier. I used to use my Vanity Planet brush, the one that has a silicone head, but now I only use that one at night. So in the morning, I just try to keep it as simple and as minimal as possible. After I finish washing my face with my Milky Jelly Cleanser, I pat dry and then I go in with my Caudalie Beauty Elixir. I used to use my Mario Badescu Rose Spray. I still use it from time to time, but honestly, I really love the Beauty Elixir more. I've been using it for about a month. If you guys can get your hands on any of the Caudalie products, do so because they are so good, especially for my dry, sensitive skin. So I've been using their Beauty Elixir, absolutely love it, very nourishing. I actually use it as a setting spray after my makeup as well, and it works perfectly fine. It's what I'm wearing today. Then if I need to, only if I need to, I go in with a vitamin C serum. And the only vitamin C serum that I've ever tried on my face, like that's a serum and not like a mask or anything like that, is the Drunk Elephant one. And I have no inclination to try any other ones because this one works very well for me. But I only use it if I see that I have any spots or any kind of hyperpigmentation, or if my skin just doesn't look very even in tone. I don't use it unless I have to, because I do find that if I use vitamin C on my face every day, I do get a little irritated. After that, I use my hyaluronic acid serum by The Ordinary, and then I use my Buffet serum. And I know that this sounds like a lot, but I only use things depending on if my skin needs it. The majority of the time, my skin is very dry and dehydrated. Sometimes I just need all of the moisture that I can get. So I feel like these serums have really helped my skin get to where my dog is chasing a squirrel right now. But I do feel like my skin has never looked better, and these are the products that I'm using. For daytime moisturizers, I have a couple that I use depending on what I'm doing during the day. So if I'm just going to the gym, I use my Aveeno Positively Radiant Moisturizer with SPF 30. If I'm going somewhere where I'm gonna be exposed to the sun for a longer period of time, I just use my Glossier Priming Moisturizer in combination with my Glossier SPF. For some reason, I just feel like that one protects my skin a little bit more from the sun than others. And if I'm going somewhere where I want to wear makeup and I need a little bit more coverage on my face, I use my Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer with SPF 20. For my eye cream, I use my eye cream from Youth to the People. I think that it really nourishes and moisturizes my under eye. I have dry under eyes, and I feel like this one kind of tames the dryness. And then for the lips, I use my Nivea Smoothness chapstick, or I use my Sugar chapstick. I don't know, it just depends like what I'm going for, but usually I always put a chapstick on before I put any other lip products on my lips, because again, my lips are always chapped and they're always dry and they're just super annoying, so I need all of the moisture that I can get. For my nighttime routine, I use a two-step cleansing process. The first step is to remove all of my makeup, and then the second step is to further cleanse my face and kind of use something a little bit more nourishing that's not really going to strip my face that much, but is going to remove all of the residue that the first cleanse didn't take off. So the first cleanse, I use my Aveeno Foaming Face Wash. It's the calming one. I feel like this one just kind of keeps my sensitivity at bay because it's like calming. This is the process that I use that gets rid of my makeup the best. So I just use the foaming cleanser, and then after I go in with my Milky Jelly cleanser again. But this time I go in with my Vanity Planet brush, and I use the silicone brush tip. I feel like the silicone brush tip is the only one that doesn't irritate my skin. Silicone brush heads are a lot more gentle for me, in my opinion, than the other kind of brush heads. So once I'm done with my second cleanse, I pat dry, and then I go in with my toner. And I just use a round little cotton pad to apply my toner. I completely saturate it, and I just apply my toner. So the toner is the Klairs Supple Preparation Toner, and this toner is a little bit more viscous than regular toners. It's not as watery as your typical toner, so I feel like it does such a good job at nourishing my skin and kind of moisturizing it before I apply my moisturizer. So it's that first step to just bringing my skin back to where it needs to be, getting rid of any like stripping that I may have caused, and just making my skin feel better and more supple, as the name suggests. Then I move into my serums, and again, I use things depending on what my skin needs for that particular day. So I'm gonna go through all of the serums that I love and use, but I do not use these every single day. It just depends what my skin needs. So at night, again, I use my hyaluronic acid. I either use the one by The Ordinary, or I also like to use the one by Drunk Elephant at night. The one from The Ordinary is a lot stickier and a little bit more uncomfortable to apply than the one from Drunk Elephant, but I feel like they both kind of do what they're supposed to do. And the reason that I apply hyaluronic acid as my first serum is because what hyaluronic acid does is help your skin take in moisture. So if you're applying anything else after it that's either nourishing or moisturizing, it's really going to help those products penetrate into your skin. So if you are going to incorporate a hyaluronic acid into your routine, I would suggest that you use it as your first serum. It's very hard for me to tell if hyaluronic acid is exactly what has changed my skin, but I've been using it almost every single day since I first got the one from The Ordinary like 2 months ago, and my skin has never looked better. Like I said, this is why I'm doing my updated skincare routine, because I'm very happy with everything that I'm using. So yeah, definitely recommend hyaluronic acid if you guys suffer from very, very dry skin. Then I go in with my niacinamide, 10% with zinc, 1% from The Ordinary. Whenever I have texture or when I have any like problems around my nose and I just kind of want to clear everything out, I use my niacinamide. I do use it the majority of the time. I use it almost every night. And again, I feel like it has really also contributed to getting my skin happy, getting my skin to where it's at today. And I love this stuff. I will definitely repurchase it when I run out of it. And next, I have my Caudalie Premier Crew Serum. I cannot express how much I love this line, because I also use their cream, which I'll talk about when I talk about the moisturizers. But this serum, I've been using it every day since I got it. And again, like, it's one of those serums that you wake up the next day and you feel a difference in your skin. My skin feels so incredibly soft when I put this on. It feels supple and it looks very, very even. It kind of does everything. Like, I don't feel like I need to add the hyaluronic acid. I don't feel like I need to just nourish my skin as much as I usually do, because this does everything. This, along with the cream that I'm going to talk about, it's been doing everything. It's amazing. So 100% recommend this if you are in the market for a luxurious like serum. I really, really do love it. After I apply my serum, whatever serum I feel like my skin needs that day, I go in with a retinol. I only use retinol like once a week if I do use it, but retinols are just really good to speed up your cell turnover process. So they are very, very good for fine lines and wrinkles. I recommend this one. This one is by The Ordinary and it's called Granative 2% Emulsion. I feel like it's very gentle on my skin, and if you suffer from any like fine lines and wrinkles, or you want to start using like preventative treatments for fine lines and wrinkles. They will make your skin look tighter, they will make your skin look more even, and I've heard that it has helped a lot of people with like hyperpigmentation and acne scars and things like that. For moisturizers, I have a couple that I'm going to talk about, but again, I listen to my skin and I see what my skin needs on that particular day. So for instance, on days where I really need my moisturizer to soothe my skin after I've applied like a chemical exfoliant or something very abrasive to my skin, I use my Nature's Republic 92% aloe vera. I've talked about this before a million times. I swear by aloe vera. Whenever you have any kind of skin irritation, use aloe vera. You can even use aloe vera straight from the plant. My grandma swears by that, and I've seen people drastically heal their skin with the plant. But I feel like this stuff works really well, and it's 92% aloe vera, and it's a lot easier to apply, and it really helps soothe my skin, and it does also do a good job at moisturizing my skin, even though it's not like the thickest moisturizer by any means. If you have eczema, if you have super dry, super sensitive skin, or like I said, any kind of skin irritation, try aloe vera. Next, the nighttime moisturizer that I've been using ever since I got it, along with the serum that I talked about, is the Caudalie Premier Crew Cream. It's the one from the same line of the serum that I talked about, and this stuff is really great. It does a really good job at moisturizing my skin. I can't tell if this is what makes my skin super soft or the serum, but I feel like the combination of the two just go hand in hand, and it just really makes my skin happy. Next, I have my Embryolisse moisturizer, and I've talked about this before. I use this moisturizer when my skin is very dry. I took this to Colorado when I went, and my skin was like super dry because of the cold, and it did a really good job at moisturizing my skin. You can use it underneath makeup. I feel like it looks beautiful underneath makeup if you have dry skin, or if you want to use like a matte foundation but you really want to moisturize your skin. This is one of my favorite moisturizers of all time. And then I use my Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Eye Cream. I suffer from dark circles, I suffer from dry under eyes, I suffer from pretty much all of the bad things when it comes to the under eyes. They're hereditary, and there's not much you can do besides staying hydrated and just trying to take care of your under eyes. And I feel like ever since I incorporated this, I've been using this for, I want to say like 2-3 years already. Like my under eyes are still dark, but compared to what they used to be, I feel like this has kind of helped lighten my under eyes. It has definitely helped my under eyes. It has helped any fine lines that I used to have. It really does nourish my under eyes. When I forget to use this cream for a couple of days at night, I notice a difference in my under eyes. For lips at night, I either use my Nivea Smoothness chapstick or my Sugar chapstick, or I use my Glossier Balm.com. Next, I have my chemical exfoliants, and I have my blemish spot treatments. For my chemical exfoliants, I apply them about once or twice a week, sometimes 3 times, again, depending on what my skin needs. And I apply my chemical exfoliants right after cleansing my face at night. So I do not apply a toner or serums or moisturizers. I use my chemical exfoliant on my bare, dry face right after cleansing at night. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is one of my favorites, and it is by The Ordinary, and it's their glycolic acid 7% toning solution. And this one is a little bit more abrasive. I normally only use this once a week, and it does a very good job at removing that first layer of skin, any dead skin, any patches. It just completely gets rid of everything. 100% recommend this product. This is one of my favorite products by The Ordinary. Next is a more abrasive chemical exfoliant. It's by Drunk Elephant, and it's their Sukari Baby Facial. This is more of a mask as opposed to the one from The Ordinary and the other ones that I'm going to mention. So it honestly just depends on what you're looking for. If you want something that's very abrasive, that you only have to leave on your skin for like 20 minutes and then you can take right off and not have to leave it on overnight or anything, and go for a mask chemical exfoliant. But if you want something that's less abrasive, that you can just put on and not have to worry about, then go for something like the glycolic toning solution or the other ones that I'm going to talk about in just a moment. Next, this one is very new, but I am so excited to talk about it because I've been using it for a while now and I am obsessed. It is the Glossier solution. They came out with their first chemical exfoliant, and it's amazing. Ever since I started using this, I haven't been having to use my vitamin C serum during the day, because this not only removes like that first layer and gets rid of dead skin, but it also evens out my skin tone, and it also gets rid of my redness. I have never come across a chemical exfoliant or anything like this that takes care of my redness. It is very, very, very gentle. It's the most gentle chemical exfoliant that I have, so I could use this multiple times a week. I don't use it every single day. I personally, for my skin, I like to have something that's more abrasive that I can use once a week, and then have something like this that I could use once or twice a week in between like the more abrasive one, if that makes any sense. And for spot treatments, for any like stubborn blemishes or anything like that, I have my Origins Super Spot Remover. I've had this for years. I swear by it. This stuff is really great. I feel like ever since I started using chemical exfoliants and stuff like the solution, you know, salicylic acid a couple times a week, it really, really helps keep any clogged pores at bay. So obviously it's gonna help prevent any blemishes. But if you guys are looking for a good spot treatment, this one does the job for me. Finally, we are moving into masks. I think that masks are my favorite part of skincare. I love masks, and I have a lot of them because I use different masks for different things, and I definitely recommend that you incorporate some masks into your routine. So the first mask is the Origins Original Skin Retexturizing Mask with Rose Clay. I honestly can't recommend this mask enough. I cannot be without this stuff. When I use this before I apply makeup, like if I'm gonna go out or anything like that, I feel like my skin looks so much better because it just really does a very good job at removing absolutely any trace of dead skin that I may have on my face. So sometimes when your skin is extremely dry, no matter how many chemical exfoliants you use, you're still gonna have that like little patch that's annoying. Just really, really does a good job at keeping my texture at bay, keeping my dryness away. Next, I have my Glossier Moisturizing Moon Mask. Sometimes it doesn't matter how many moisturizers I apply, I just need something heavy, like something very, very, very moisturizing to sit on my skin for a long period of time. And that's where moisturizing masks come in. I really love this stuff. It feels so amazing on your skin, so luxurious. I used this a couple of times when I was trying to get my skin back to normal after I got chemically burned, and it really helped soothe and moisturize my extremely, extremely dry, extremely irritated skin. So I really recommend this if you suffer from very, very dry skin. Your skin is going to feel like a baby's butt when you're done applying this. And next, for dryness and texture, even though this kind of offers a little bit more, it's the Banish Pumpkin Enzyme Mask. I've talked about this mask time and time again. This is another one of those masks that you put on and you notice a difference immediately after you take it off. Your skin just looks so even, and I noticed that it really does a good job at eliminating texture. Like I get those annoying bumps on my forehead, and when nothing else works, I pull this mask out and it just takes everything away. It gets my skin back to normal. I feel like this mask or this brand is so underrated, and I'm just obsessed with this. And it's made out of natural, minimal ingredients. If your skin is not looking as firm as you would like for it to look, my absolute favorite firming mask is the Glam Glow Firming Treatment Mask. I honestly really, really love the majority of their masks. I haven't tried all of them, but I've tried like 3 or 4 of their masks, and they're all really good. But this one I think is my favorite. I do notice a difference in the firmness of my skin when I take this off. I love to use this like before going out because it literally gives you like an instant lift. Like I notice a difference in like my laugh lines, and my skin just looks more plump and more youthful after applying this. For purifying and detoxing, my first mask is the Caudalie Instant Detox Mask. And before I tried any of the other Caudalie products, this is the first product that I tried, and I fell in love. This is my favorite detox mask. I used to use the one from Glam Glow, their mud mask, and after I used this one, I just haven't had a need to go back to that one. It brings everything to the surface. It gets rid of any like residue or anything that may be sitting on my pores that will eventually cause blemishes or anything like that. It just keeps everything clean. I recommend that you incorporate a detoxing mask or something like this a couple of times a week. And this is another mask that I look at my skin in the mirror the next day and I notice a very, very positive difference. And finally, for eye masks, I just recently got these eye masks and I feel like they work pretty good. They're the collagen eye patches by Etude House. I got these on Amazon. You cannot go wrong with incorporating a couple of eye masks into your routine. And since I suffer from extremely dry, annoying under eyes, I like to nourish them as often as possible. So I absolutely love eye masks, and these work really well for me. And I also really love the Sephora Pearl eye masks because they do a really good job at brightening. And that is everything for my current skincare routine. I know that I mentioned a lot of products, but just keep in mind that, like I said, I use things depending on what my skin needs for that particular day. So I know that I have a lot of products for each specific category, but it doesn't mean I use all of them every day. With that said, I know that it's probably overwhelming either way for those of you that only use like a cleanser and a moisturizer. But I wanted this video to be as informative and as helpful as possible, which is why I mentioned almost my entire skincare collection. So I genuinely love and I genuinely recommend every single product that I talked about in this video. And since I mentioned so many products, I know that I probably forgot to touch base on something. So if you guys have any questions on anything that I mentioned in this video, be sure to leave me a comment down below and I will try to answer your question to the best of my ability. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video.